Hi everybody, in this video I'm going to share with you on how to hit your 150 meters to 180 meters shots better. I struggle with distance like that. There's a few reasons why I think we struggle. It's because number one, we do not practice enough. A lot of us go to the driving range, we start off with hitting sand wedge and then we move up maybe to 7-iron, and the next thing we just pull out the big boy, which is the driver, and then we start hitting drivers on the driving range without practicing the range of 150 meters to 180 meters. So it's really important that we spend time practicing it. For 150 meters to 180 meters, a lot of golfers will be using around the longer irons, like 5-iron, 4-iron to the hybrids. So today I'm going to show you on how to hit the 5-iron and hybrids better, and of course how to control the distance on the golf course. I know for a fact that I do teach my students as well, and I'm sure you guys hear from a lot of golfers saying that, let's say you have 180 meters, you shouldn't go for it. Go with the 7-iron and then try to chip it on the green and make par or bogey and walk away, all right? But in the back of our head, we want to go for it. We know for a fact that I can reach it, but why not go for it? So now I'm going to share with you on how to hit the longer clubs better. So I'm going to start off with the 5-iron. The 5-iron setup, number one, is the ball position. Okay, we cannot put it like our 7-iron or our 8-iron in the middle or one ball forward. I suggest you put it about 2 balls left of center. Okay, 2 balls left of center. I know that when the ball is forward, we tend to tilt our body a little bit, but for the 5-iron, I'll prefer you to have your sternum a little bit over the ball. So you're going to feel like your weight is a bit more on the left side. We do not want to hit it down. We're going to try to brush through it, but we're going to make sure we hit it solid. So I'll prefer for you to have your sternum a bit over the ball. So for 5-iron, if you can feel like you're hitting it clean, you do not need to create too much divot. If you can hit it smooth and just brush through the ground, I think it's going to be a pretty good shot on the golf course already. For the long irons, we definitely need a bit more speed to hit it up in the air, okay? So I'm not asking you to force it through, but just gotta make sure you keep swinging, keep turning, do not stop at any point, all right? So take a few practice swing, okay? Just work on the rhythm, okay? Ball position, sternum over the ball. Just make sure you're gonna try to swing smooth. Do not try to hit hard on the ball, okay? So set our ball slightly towards the left side, sternum over the ball, and just gonna make sure you swing smooth. I hit that pretty good. Okay, so that's one option. The other option is my favorite club. My favorite club is the hybrid. A lot of professional golfers are switching from long irons to hybrid as well because it helps you launch the ball up a bit easier. And of course, because of the wider sole, you will not duff too much. So I really like the hybrid. You guys can consider of changing it. But of course, some people like to keep the long irons is because they can shape the shots better. For the hybrid, it helps you launch the ball. Might not be able to shape it as much as you want, okay? So what we want for 180 meters or 170 meters, we want accuracy. So I suggest you go with the hybrid. So for the hybrid, the setup is the same as the 5-iron. The ball position is also middle left, a bit forward. Okay, but this time you do not need to have your sternum over the ball, right? You don't have to move the weight towards the left side. So I would suggest just move the ball a bit forward and again swing it smooth. You want to feel like you're just brushing the ground, okay? So, I mean, we have our long irons. You're gonna make sure you know your distance, okay? How far you hit your 5-iron, how far you hit your hybrids. Just make sure you know the gaps. And on the golf course, not all golfers can maximize their distance for each club. So I suggest that sometimes you're gonna make sure you analyze the hole, just try to pick the correct club. Sometimes you need to club up and swing it smoother. I think that will be a better decision. Sometimes when you have 180 meters, we all think that we can get there, so sometimes we put a lot of pressure on ourselves because it's far, right? If you get it there, we know for a fact that there's a chance for birdie and par. So we tend to get a bit more tense, put a lot more pressure on ourselves, try to hit it harder or hit it faster, but ended up causing the ball maybe into the hazard or in the bunkers, and that will give us a big number for that hole. So club selection is very important. Just gotta make sure you swing smooth, especially when it comes to longer clubs. And again, practice a lot on the driving range. Spend a lot of time hitting the longer clubs. Just warm up a little bit and then straight move on to the 150 to 180 meters club. All right, I think that will definitely help you. And of course, better chance to make birdie. Now we're gonna go through a little bit on our thought process on the golf course, okay? So it's basically course management. So when you look at a hole, you have about 180 meters in. So just gonna make sure, okay, what is my ball flight for the day? Am I hitting 180 meters with my hybrid, or am I hitting 180 meters with my 5-iron? Or it's somewhere in the middle. Well, I think that my hybrid is going 190, but my 5-iron is going 170. So what clubs are you gonna use? Just gonna make sure you know what is the situation like. If you do hit it short, is it going to go in the hazard or is it going to go in the bunker? So club selection is super important. Okay, so if I have a shot 175 meters, okay, a slightly uphill and there's hazard in the front, I suggest that you club up and swing it smooth. All right, at least we get the ball there, get the ball on the green first. Don't try to do something that you're not confident with. Okay, so club selection is super important. Just practice a lot, and I'm sure it'll be better. So when you're analyzing the hole, you gotta know where to miss it as well. So if I'm gonna hit a longer clubs, what are the chances? I would say 50-50, to be honest. Okay, 50% you hit it on the green, 50% it will be off the green. So where are you gonna miss it? All right, so if I'm hitting my hybrid pretty decent, I'm gonna swing it smooth, but then if I do swing it good, sometimes it might draw a little bit. Just gonna make sure there's not much stuff on the left side, and then just go for it. Okay, and one more thing. Do not go pin hunting, all right? For such a long distance, just gotta make sure you aim in the middle of the green, just hit it somewhere on the dance floor, and you'll be fine. Because sometimes we tend to go for the pin and ended up creating troubles for ourselves. So just gotta make sure you don't go pin hunting when it comes to the longer clubs or hybrids. Just go for the middle of the green, and I'm sure you'll score better. Hope this video will be able to get you guys to hit the hybrids and 5-iron better. And of course, like I mentioned, score more birdies. If you guys do like this video, give me a like, leave me a comment, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys again soon.